Good morning, friends. In the last class, we have discussed about the different concepts of production on the basis of time period. Very short run period, and long run period. In this today's class, we are directly moving towards the different concepts of production. Well, so let us come to the different concepts of production. Concepts of production. What are the different concepts that are there in case of production? We are going to produce different commodities, right? But how we are going to name them? If you are going to produce, that is what as a total, how you are going to represent? If you are going to produce additional, how you are going to name them as? And also, if you are going to produce per unit, how you are going to name? So that is what we are going to call them as concepts of production. Friends, in the concepts of production, we have three main concepts here. That is how we are going to have three main concepts. So I write short form here, that is TP, AP and MP. What do you mean by TP, AP and MP? TP, which means total product, AP is the average product, and MP is the marginal product. So the concept of productions are three here: total product, average product and marginal product. Let us see one by one now. The first one, that is TP, which means total product. What do you mean by total product? In the name itself, we are going to understand that total product. Total product, which means the total volume. The total volume of goods and services. Goods and services. Total volume of goods and services which are produced within a specified time period is called total product. Just see here. The total value of goods and services which are produced within a specified time period. Within a specified time period, in the last concepts of time period, we have already seen very short term and long term. So here, in what period you are going to produce? Either it may be in very short term period or short term period or long term period. That depends on the manufacturer here. So that is what specific time period. Specific, which means we are going to assume one particular period. We are going to target one period. On that basis, we are going to produce here. But here, the total product means the total volume. Total volume, which means the sum total of the goods we are going to take here. Another meaning also we say the sum total. SUM, the sum total of all the goods and services, all the goods and services produced in a particular period is called TP, total product. Here what we said, here total value, all again, right? The same way here also, the sum total of each and every units of the commodity that a manufacturer is going to produce within a particular time period, within a specific time period, and that is what we are going to call total product. Well, so how do you calculate this total product? We have the formula to calculate total product here. So formula, that is TP is equals to summation MT. This is one formula. TP is equal to summation MT is one formula. One more we can have here, that is TP is equals to AP variable factor, that is L, AP into L. Okay, so TP is equals to summation MP. Summation MP, which means sigma MP, or the total of marginal products. MP, which means marginal product. Right? So here coming to this TP, TP is equals to AP into L. AP into L means average product into labor or variable factors. Okay, so this is how the formula we use to calculate the total product. Let us come to the example here. So let's take one example so that how we can calculate it. Okay. Well, just take one example. If a manufacturer wants to produce, or you can just say if a manufacturer produces 250, 300, 210, 400, 240, okay, in how many years? That 5 years. In 5 years. Okay, then find the value of total production or total product. Find the value of total product. Here for the calculation of total product, one more formula also we can use, that is what? TP is equals to, that is what the production 1, P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 up to Pn. Production units 1, U1, U2, U3, like that also. P1, P2, P production 1, product 1, product 2, like that also. Okay? Or else U1, U2, U3, U4 up to N. How many of units that we are going to put? On that basis we are going to take these units. Well, so let us apply this formula instead of going through with marginal product. What are the values given? On that basis we have to select the formula. But in case of this here, the marginal product has not given, average product is also not given, but they are given the individual units. So individual units in the sense, over a period of 5 years, we have produced 250, 300, 210, 400 and 240. Okay, so if you add all these together, then we are going to obviously get the total product. So let us come to this one now. Is equals to in the first year, that is 250, plus in the second year 300, third year 210, in the fourth year 400, and lastly in fifth year it is 240. So if you find the sum of these, so now we just see what is the sum of this total will be. Okay, so 50, here 60 and 40, 100, 100, 300, 700, 800, 900, 1200, 1400. Well, total production will be now 1400. How it is 1400? You see 250 and 300, 550, 550 plus 210, that is 760, 760 plus 400, it is 1060, and 1060 plus 200, that is 1200. Once again, 250, 550, 550, 760, 1160, and 30, 40. Okay, correct is that. So that is what the total product will be 1400. Okay, this is what how to find the total product. We can apply another formula, and that you should check it into the example whether that information is given or not. If they have given in marginal product and they have given AP and L, then we can apply that formula. Otherwise, you can apply very simple formula to find the total product. Okay. Well, so come to the second one now, that is average product. Well, we go with second one, that is average product. What do you mean by average product? Average, that all the times we are going to use average, per unit and all. Okay. So here average product, which means per unit per unit of production, per unit of production of variable factors, per unit of a production of a variable factors is called average product, is called average product per unit, which means that is, as we are going to use different variables in the production of different goods, and the units what you have produced, per how many of variable factors you have produced the different goods and services, and that is what we are going to say per unit of production of a variable factors. Usually here we are not going to take into consideration of fixed factors due to the reason that here the variable factors which keep on changing, as the variable factors changes, due to that reason the total production also changes. That is why here the units what we are going to produce in the production process all are mainly influenced by variable factors. That is how we are going to call the per unit, that is on the basis of variable factors. Okay, so this can also be defined in another terms, that is how this can be got, that is what the average production or product can be obtained by dividing the total product by the variable factors. See, one more we can just see, the average product can be obtained by dividing the total product by the variable factors. So we have variable factors which we make here, labors. Then what is the formula here? So formula point of view, that is how we are going to calculate AP is equals to TP divided by L, where TP is total product, L is labor, which means labor which is the variable factors. Okay, so by applying this formula we can calculate the average product. So let us take an example here. If a manufacturer produces 1500 units of a commodity, 15 units of a commodity in 5 years by the use of 100 labors, or else you can just say 10 labors, not of 100, it will be somewhat different. So 10 labors. Now we find the AP, average product. How do you find the average product? So as you can just go through the formula, TP divided by L. So what is the total production have done in case of 5 years? The total production has done here is 1500 units. Well, what are the labors used in the 5 years? That is 10 labors in a 5 years. So we have to find per unit of the commodity for the labor. So if you go to that, that is how I just saw here. So if you go to this solution, okay, let us take this one now directly. Finding the value of AP. Finding the value of AP. So we can just say AP is equals to TP divided by L. AP is equals to TP divided by L. Alright. So now just go to what is the value of TP? TP is given, that is 1500 units. Divided by what is the labors that used in case of 5 years, that is 10. So the answer would be this is how we are going to find average product. Means by dividing the total product by the variable factors, that is the labor, we are going to get the average product. Okay, so this is how we can calculate. Well, come to the last one, that is marginal product. How do you find marginal product? So let us go for that one, marginal product. So how you define the marginal product and how can you calculate the marginal product? Let us see that one. Well, the last one, third, that is marginal product. What do you mean by marginal product? How you are going to say that that is the marginal product? See, marginal, which means additional, right? So how you define the additional unit produced by the use of an additional unit produced by the use of an additional or extra unit of a variable factor. Variable factor, that is, you can take L. Variable factor is called marginal product. Is called marginal product. Extra, that you are going to produce an extra unit by the use of an extra, that is what variable factor. You are going to produce an extra unit by use of one extra unit of labor, then it is going to call as marginal product. Okay, so that is how you are going to produce the extra or additional unit by the use of one extra additional unit of a labor, and that is what we call marginal product. Well, how you calculate this? Formula. So formula to find the marginal product, that is MT is equals to TPN minus TPN minus 1. So this is one formula. So R one more we can take here, that is NP is equals to delta TP divided by delta L. This is what TPN minus 1 or delta TP divided by delta L, which means here change in TP divided by change in labor. Okay, so here what you are going to define is TPN. So total product of nth unit minus total product of n minus 1 unit. Here delta TP change in total product and delta L is the change in labor. So let us take one example here. If a manufacturer produces 250 units of 250 units, okay, 250 units by the use of 5 laborers and produces 300 units by the use of 7 laborers in a day. Find the value of marginal product. Find the value of marginal product. So you have to find the value of marginal product here in case of this example. So here you just see the manufacturer who produces 250 units by the use of 5 laborers, whereas if the same manufacturer produces 300 units by the use of 7 laborers in a day. So now what you're supposed to do, you have to find what is the extra benefit or extra additional product that has been produced by the manufacturer by the use of an extra labors. So now if we find the marginal product of this, it will be, so now we are going with solution. Now finding the value of MP. Finding the value of MP. So how you find the value of MP here? MP is equals to delta TP divided by delta L. So this is what the formula we know. Well, now you just find what is the delta L. I just take this here. Well, I have to find delta TP. So how do you find delta TP? Which means change in total product. So just go to 250 is the production. 250 minus the next one that is produces 300. So now it will be 50, which means the change in total production or total product is 250 minus 300 is 50. Come to delta L. Delta L labors. So earlier the labors are used here is 5 labors. Later that has been increased to 7 labors. So 5 to 7, which means here 2 are extra labors we have used here. Which means by the use of 2 extra labors, 50 products, 50 units have been produced here. But what is per unit of additional production has been done by the use of 2 labors. So apply the formula here. Therefore, MP is equals to TP, that is what delta TP is 50 divided by delta L is 2. Then the answer will be 2 1 225. So 25 units. So the value of marginal product is now 25 units. How you got the 25 units here? The changing total product is 50, the changing labors is 2. By dividing the changing total product by the changing labors, you are going to get 25 units. Well, so this is how we are going to calculate total product, marginal product and average product. So this is all about the different concepts of production. Remaining things we will discuss in the next class. Until stay tuned. Thank you.